I'm Dr. Kate Altizer, and I teach piano at Colby College in Waterville, Maine. I'm also a musicologist, and I've prepared a 2-part video on the life and work of composer, educator, and conductor Leonard Bernstein. This is part 1. Bernstein was a musician on the cusp of huge cultural change in American classical music. His family roots were in Eastern Europe. He came of age along with American jazz, and he studied in the U.S. with the last generation of European-trained music professionals. His music reflects the stylistic variety and, in many ways, may be part of the secret to his popularity as a composer. You can hear Bernstein's symphonic dances from West Side Story on the May 18th Modern and Melodious concert of the DuPage Symphony Orchestra. Bernstein was born in Lawrence, Massachusetts, on August 25, 1918, to Russian Jewish immigrant parents. The Bernsteins were not a particularly musical family, but Leonard showed musical aptitude even by the age of 3, crying "Moinik, Moinik, music, music," until someone would play a record on the Victrola, or later, the radio. From a young age, he engaged highly varied musical styles, and stylistic variety would become a hallmark of his compositional and teaching styles. He heard classical music, blues, jazz, popular songs, and Jewish cantoring. His father refused to pay for musical training, so the young Leonard turned to teaching music and playing for weddings to pay for his lessons. As a teenager, he wrote, procured costumes for, and recruited performers for a parody of Carmen, and he himself played the titular role. After high school, Bernstein went to Harvard, where, in addition to his studies, he wrote and conducted incidental music for 2 plays by Aristophanes and organized performances, highlighting his early interest in theater. At Harvard, he met Aaron Copland and Dmitri Mitropoulos, the latter of whom became an important conducting mentor and a lifelong friend. He continued to Curtis, where he conducted the orchestra in a performance of Tannhäuser and Brahms' Third Symphony, and he continued to study composition and piano. During this time, he also attended the inaugural summer at Tanglewood, where he studied conducting with Sergei Kosovitsky, who became a primary mentor. Bernstein's life changed soon after when he became the assistant conductor of the New York Philharmonic in August 1943. His position only lasted a single season because, famously in 1943, he substituted for conductor Bruno Walter, who was ill, on a national radio broadcast. It happened so quickly that there was no time even for a rehearsal. Bernstein recalled one of the biggest moments of his life to his brother Burton. Quote, "I had just come from seeing Bruno Walter, who very sweetly and very quickly, wrapped up in blankets because he had the flu, went over the score of Don Quixote with me. He showed me a few tricky spots where he cut off here but didn't cut off there. Here you give it an extra upbeat, and so on. I called Mama and Daddy to tell them and to tell you, and then I just had to hang around. I strode out, and I don't remember a thing from that moment. I don't even remember intermission until the sound of people standing and cheering and clapping." From there, Bernstein's conducting career took off, and he became a champion, not only of Mahler, but also of American music for the American public, conducting premiere performances of works by Elliott Carter, Aaron Copland, Charles Ives, Carl Ruggles, and Roger Sessions, among others. He also conducted his own works. As early as 1944, he conducted his own symphony, Jeremiah, in Pittsburgh and in Boston. During his career, he conducted 72 of the most prestigious orchestras in the United States, Latin America, and Europe. He was known for his emotional conducting style, exciting programming, and dramatic intensity. Be sure to check out the second video of Bernstein's biography, in which I discuss his legacy as well as his work as an educator. You can hear his symphonic dances from West Side Story on the May 18th Modern and Melodious concert of the DuPage Symphony Orchestra.